Some days I can be overwhelmed, and some days it can be improved, and then there are great drugs, but still. Acceptance is one thing that just has to happen, doesn't it?
And knowing that God is in control.
Pardon me?
And knowing that God is in control, that He knows it's going to happen.
And knowing that God is in control is kind of difficult. Am I loud enough? Knowing that God is in control is a comfort, but on the other hand, when you don't know what He has in mind, it's also a concern.
I had breast cancer 24 years ago, and I was 50 years old. It was very hard on the chemo radiation. But after a few weeks, I realized, okay, God's in control, and then comforted me. And then 4 years ago, I had it again. And then God gave me that peace right away. I'm in control. And that was such peace. I know I didn't have to worry. Whatever happened, and you're in a different stage too. The first time, the kids were all younger yet, none of them were married. And I said, Lord, please let me at least live 5 more years. Well, look what He's done, And now, I know whatever happens, you still want to stay with the family, but it was such a peace for me. Okay, God knows what's going to happen if I don't get better here. I'll be with Jesus, and God will take care of my family. And it did give me such peace that knowing that He wasn't control.
It reminds one of the verse in Philippians that says, "For me to die," from Paul, "for me to die is gain, but for me to live is for your sake, is also good." I mean, nevertheless, he said, "I think I shall see you again." He really didn't think he was going to die.
My favorite 2 words from the Bible are Jesus wept.
Yeah.
Also knowing that Jesus went through all He went through and knows what it's like.
Exactly.
Where did you say that was for me to die? Where did you say that?
Philippians, either 1 or 2. Philippians 4, or further along in Philippians 4, I thought. I'm not very good at that. Okay, these are some coping mechanisms that are useful immediately, but they're not useful in the long run. Phrases like, well, somebody's hurt you, time heals all wounds, or time wounds all heals, or whatever. Another thing, keep a stiff upper lip. How very Northern European that is for us. What goes around comes around. They'll get there later. I can do this. Deep breath. Hang on. When I told my youngest son that, I can't go there. I'll have to come back to that. Another one is, that's just the way it is. This is the way it is. Screaming and wailing. I've often watched these women on TV that have lost loved ones in the Middle East, and they're screaming and they're wailing and they're carrying on, and I think to myself, that is so much healthier than the way I dealt with the griefs in my life, but that just isn't me. You're more concerned about the other people and saying the right thing. And this is, I said that these are coping mechanisms that might be useful in the long range, but can't last forever. And then I have one that's not useful at all, and that is being mad at God, or that feeling that God couldn't be trusted. You probably all know someone who had suffered such a bad disappointment that they don't go to church anymore because if God was really there, how could this thing have happened? I can think of 2 or 3 people like that I know. And I don't know what to say. There's nothing left to talk about. Except that you're wrong. Here's a brainstorm of some of the burdens that I was thinking of that we all have. Did you write some things down in that slot already? Right away, I'll give you 2 minutes and then I'll start. Oh, yes, you can do it.
Yeah.
No, they asked for more. Okay, now there's another example in your, on your sheet, I think it says examples of burdens.